Day?
Yeah, today 4th of July, alright, it's US Independence Day. Alright, so what has it got to do with us?
Nothing.
Nothing to do with us, exactly. So like, I think it's like when I was reminded to do Chitchat yesterday, alright, so that yesterday, right?
I reminded you on Monday.
I was reminded then I was searching for, okay, what do I want to do? Alright, so then I found out the day for today is Independence Day for US. So of course I'm not going to do or say anything about US, so it's not related to us. But I think that the word independent is important to every one of us. Why is it important? Like, what is independent to all of you?
Being free.
Being free, yeah, I'm free. Okay? Being free. Free from what? Okay, as you're growing up, alright, as you're growing up, let's say for example, like when you're a baby, okay, perhaps you might not remember. So when do you think is the point that you feel independent?
When I go to school.
When you go to school, oh, finally I can put on the uniform, put on the bag, and I go to school.
I'm independent from parents.
Independent from your parents, the moment that you go to your primary school. Yeah, first time to school, you feel independent, you feel like, oh, I've achieved something, I've grown up. What about the rest?
Because I'm the oldest daughter, when
Oldest
I knew
daughter,
my
okay.
mom got, and then I'll have a younger brother or sister.
Okay, alright.
Then I'll know I need to be independent.
Oh, when you have another,
Siblings.
another sibling, okay, younger than you, so you feel independent, so you feel that you need to take care of someone, okay? Interesting. Responsibility. You feel independent because you have responsibility. Alright. Yes,
when I got
Carlos.
my first girlfriend.
When you get your first girlfriend. Alright. Yeah, I'm looking at sales as well. When you get your first girlfriend, so you feel very different. So why do you feel independent when you have your first
I
girlfriend?
think I'll have to start making some decisions.
Okay. Alright, that's interesting. Talk about the courtship, the responsibility, being who mentioned free, okay, when you first time you go to school. What else? We want to hear from everyone. What is independent to you? How do you when was the first time you feel that you were independent?
Whenever I make my own money.
When you make your own money, okay, so you can spend your own money right now rather than spending your parents' money. Okay, interesting. Alright, financial independent. Alright, what the rest? Nicole?
First time I travel overseas.
First time when you travel overseas. Alright, interesting when you first board on a plane.
First time I touched down and realized it's only me. Yeah, that was.
The feeling is very different there. Alright, okay. Nicole?
When I was first time, when the friends go for trip.
Go for trip, go for school trip. No, overseas trip.
Yeah, friends trip.
Okay, so you feel independent by going to
first
the
time
trip.
living.
First time leaving the house.
Yeah.
Being independent, so no one bother you, so you can do anything that you want. You feel independent. Jimmy?
First time leaving house.
First time leaving house. So like
3 years old maybe.
3 years old. Oh, 3 years old. Means that you're able to go out to play football.
Okay.
Alright, interesting. Alright, yeah, that everyone have no. It's interesting. This perhaps bring back some childhood memory, bring back some things that provoke your thinking. Faith?
When I first have to start doing my own laundry.
Oh, okay. No more kakak. Okay, alright. So anyone else want to contribute?
Yeah, when I bought my first car.
You bought your first car.
Right, go anywhere I want. But I also have to maintain, have to pump gas.
Okay, you feel independent when you are in control, when you're doing things on your own. Okay, interesting. Zee, anything?
For me, being independent is about being responsible for yourself and everything that you have to do you should depend on yourself first.
Mm.
Not that you cannot depend on other people. Independent does not mean that you cut other people off. It's about having the confidence to do what you want to do without worrying and taking full responsibility
Yeah.
for that action.
Yeah. So it's important that when we feel independent, okay, like we are free from something that's all this while we are doing the same things. You could be here all this while, alright? When you come out, like most of the people when you share just now, it's like, oh, I finally do something different, alright? You do something different. From normally you do things like this. When you do something different, you feel like, wow, I'm different. So I have responsibility. I grow to another stage. So this is where you feel very different. So is there anything in your life that all this while you are over here? This could be your comfort zone. This could be your comfort zone. It could be something that all this while has been you're doing the same old things again and again and again and again. You see that in order for me to grow to another stage, I want to be independent. I want to be free from the same old things that I've been doing all this while. Do you have anything that's in you? We want to hear from the rest. That's what do you feel like? Yeah, when you become independent, like you're happy about it. You feel that you have achieved something. There's a sense of achievement. There's something that you feel that, oh, I have greater responsibility. I have greater achievement in life right now. What are the things currently in your current situations right now, being at work or being at the task that's been assigned to you, being the responsibility, whether at your family, at your personal life, or at work, okay, or at the relationship that you are in right now? Is there anything that you want to be independent of? Perhaps a certain habits that you have all this while has been stopping you to move further. Alright, there are certain things that you want to do in your life but you just couldn't do it just because like, I think I just couldn't do it. But I think today we want to challenge you because it's the US Independence Day. Alright, we want to be independent, no, from the bondages or from the things that has been stopping us to move forward. Okay, that's to think really further. I'm not too sure whether like we can have 2 or 3 of you to basically stand up, and if you don't mind to share with people what have been stopping you to move forward. And today I think I want to be different. Yeah, Zin.
Nick,
Yeah.
how about you share first?
Yeah. Okay. Very interesting. Okay, I think it's like one of the things that the things that make me a very difference for my own comfort zone is the okay, perhaps might not be things I'm doing right now. Perhaps I just want to share my experience. All this while, I think FlexiRoom is my first job. Okay, all this while I've been doing my own business. I've never report to anyone. Though when I first joined the FlexiRoom, like that was 3 years ago, when I was introduced to Jeff through David Ong, that's the Review property founder. All right. When I first come in and join FlexiRoom, and I have annual leave. It's like, to me, it's new thing. What is annual leave? Then I have replacement leave, and I have to submit claim, and then I have to do so many of all these things that to me is like it's a struggle for me, and to me it's very hard to submit to all this work. Okay, like I have to report. No, first things that I need to report to Jeff. It's like all this while, like it's hard to report to anyone because like I used to have people report to me, and now I have to. So along the way, when I joined FlexiRoom, I learned. No, I just thought to myself that since I've accepted the challenge to come into FlexiRoom, I think I have to be humble and learn. So like all of you know that perhaps the oldest among all of you. Okay, and we have a lot of colleagues that's much younger, and that's like even Jeff is younger than me. So like in order to do all this, is require a lot of effort for myself to humble myself to do things. Okay, like I used to do all things on my own, and when I come to FlexiRoom, things very different. Okay, like that's for me. It's like it's independent for myself. Why is it? Doesn't mean that I go back to the job to work for another person instead of having my own business. That I'm not independent. To me, I'm independent because I'm more humble right now compared to the old Nicholas. If you work with the old Nicholas, right? Any one of you work with me right now, you feel tense, right? Perhaps before I joined Flexi Room, right, it would be 10 times more tense. Seriously, like I would be more mean, I would be more serious with you, I'll be more sarcastic, I'll be more like you feel that I just don't want to work with this guy, man. I would just hate this guy. No, this guy is like crazy. He works 24/7, non-stop. Even at night when I sleep, also you still kacau me and things like that. I have refrained from trying not to do all these things when I work. Okay, I want to have work-life balance. So like to me that's independent for me when I first joined Flexi. It's not easy. I'm still learning till now. Like yeah, it's definitely not easy for me. Like that's the things that I think that I've free. Of course, I have a lot of habits for myself. I used to smoke. That I don't. I used to smoke 1 pack a day. Alright, so I do now. Okay, of course for many reasons. I used to go clubbing every week. I don't do now. Alright, so I have a lot. Okay, this is recorded. I don't want to say any other things. There are many more things that I did that is I feel stupid. I feel like it's nonsense. No, of course because I'm growing older and older right now. I've stopped all those nonsense that to me is like I'm free and I'm independent and there's a choice in life that I choose to do it. No one force me because I'm happily doing it. Yeah, so I think that's the things I want to share with you. Okay, so it's not easy. Hope that this doesn't go to the internet. Especially the smoking, because the parents know that I smoke. Okay, alright. So anyone else want to share that things that you have break free from? Yeah, but I'm very glad that I break free from smoking, and also I'm very glad to share with you that I'm very glad that I can stand here, because like many years ago, I'm very worried whether tomorrow I can wake up or not. Seriously, I had a very bad disease, very bad infections in my life that affected my kidney and liver because I drink a lot and I smoke a lot. So it affected me, and there was like back in 2006, 3rd of June, I almost say bye-bye to the world. Yeah, but I just want to thank God that I'm still alive today. And every day when I wake up, I just want to give thanks that today I wake up. Seriously, until today, I thank God that I can still wake up the next day. Seriously, yeah, it's not easy for me to go through all those stuff. Okay, so it's a life and death experience. Yeah. All right, that's the independent and free things for myself. So what about the rest? Ucho? Anyone have anything that you would like to share? Malia? I think you have to be independent since like you're a baby now, it's different. Everything is different right now. Perhaps you can share with the rest. Mahmud?
Perhaps you can stand in front there and share first the camera.
Yeah, yes. Come on, Malia. Come and share with us. Do you all know Malia? I believe maybe you introduce yourself because they seldom see you and we have a few new colleagues over here.
Business Center Supervisor Airport.
Yeah. So Malia help us take charge of all the airports. Yeah.
Okay. About first time I joined Flexi Room, before this I worked in bank, so everything I just follow the work process. So here, I work alone and work independence lah. I feel like I work independence lah. So I learn from experience. Like I learn from with Flexi Room. I work independent lah. Work independent and I learn a lot about sale from experience lah, from experience face to customer, facing customer. And then now I got team member, and then I need to be independent, need to be what to say?
Leader.
Leader. So I need to be more independent to guide my team member to be.
Alright, thank you. I mean, like in few more days will be 2 years. Yeah, I think in like 5 more days, right? No, 2 more days.
9 July.
9 of July. A few more days, like will be complete 2 years with us. So from a complete banking experience to come to first time to in sales, and then doing airport sales, retail sales, face to face. It's definitely not easy. Now with you growing up, like we have from one airport, we have 2 airports, now we have 3 airports that we need to manage, and then there will be 6 people under you right now that you need to manage to. So it's a very strong growing stage. Every now and then you're basically growing with the companies. Alright, that's something that you feel independent of. Anyone else want to share your life? Yeah, Carlos, come. You can dance.
ATV.
For me, contrary to being independent, I have always been afraid of being independent. Yeah, I have always been scared of, that day when my dad would tell me that, okay, you're a man now, you have to get out of the house, and I'm always scared. I don't want to take up that responsibility. I'm always like, oh my God, I want to be like a daddy's boy forever. Like, I've always been scared to, take up challenges, but I think FlexiRoom gave me a new dimension to everything. I had, ever since I joined FlexiRoom, that was about 3 months ago, I got a different perspective about responsibility. Sometimes I just realized that I was just being childish. It's just something that I just faced at a point in time. And it has been okay. I'm always scared about, okay, so now I have to buy my own clothes, I have to feed myself 24/7, and it always scares me. But at a point in time, I realized if I don't do it, who's going to do it for me? I must just get up, make sure I wash my clothes, I buy my shoes. If you have people doing all this stuff for you, you get so reluctant and you don't face some stuff. And I think my daddy practically played a very good role in pushing me to the world, telling me to just go and face challenges on my own. And today I am so proud and happy to say I can actually live without being leaning on anybody else. Like initially, like 2 years back, I was scared. I was like, no, I cannot be. No, I cannot be. I always want to be under. I always want to be under someone. Someone telling me, okay, do this. Okay, don't worry, I'll take care of this for you. But and then FlexiRoom also gave me. When I joined at first, I was really scared. I was like, they tell you to do this, and what if I do it wrongly? Someone is going to be fine. So I was really scared. But with time, I think I developed this. I overcame the fear actually. I overcame it, and I just got to realize that I have to accept the fact that I have to take care of myself and probably take care of my kids too in the near future. So it's just something I have to. Yeah, in the near future. So that's something that I just face, and I'm so glad I've been able to overcome that fear. It's something that really draws you back.
Good job.
Alright,
Yeah.
man. Anyone else want to share your independent story?
What?
Yeah, you want to wrap it up?
Think
Yeah.
yourself, right?
Yeah.
You haven't shared.
Yeah, he's gonna share. He's gonna share.
No, but I want to hear from anyone.
Yeah, the new.
Newcomers.
Maybe you want to hear from Mahmood also, like how independent are you after Sana?
Let's This is a leading question.
I share something.
Okay, Zin.
Alright, so I bought my own place maybe a year and a half ago, and then I moved out of my parents' home, and then started living on my own. So it was quite an experience, I would say. It's not easy. Maybe for those who live away it's not something that is new to them, but I've been staying with my parents since I was a baby. So even little things like doing your own laundry, cooking and cleaning and organizing, it means a big deal to me, and I feel like finally, you know, I am a little bit independent. But having independence also, it also comes with big responsibility because you are totally in charge of your life. And at first my idea of independence was a bit warped. I thought, you know, you must do everything by yourself, you know, cannot ask help from anyone, you know. Then I realized that no, your family, your friends are always there for you, and you can rely on them for emotional support, for encouragement, you know. So, and then with that, it really helps a lot. If you just, you know, segregate yourself from everyone and try to live on your own, it's not gonna happen, you know. Go out with your friends, meet with your families, you know, make sure you make an effort to meet them because you're living away, because you're not staying with them anymore, and because you can't see them every day, it makes the meetings more meaningful. Okay, so work-life balance, you know. All right, let's see.
Right. Anyone else want to share? Jason?
Yeah, okay, sure.
Alright.
The word independent to me when Nicholas was sharing, it reminds me of when I was quite young. My biological mom passed away when I was quite young. I was about 13 years old when she passed away. So at a very young age, I felt like I was disconnected from the biological mom at such a young age. You tend to have this independence. You have to look after yourself, motivate yourself. You don't need your mom to motivate you and tell you things and support you. And there's a big hole in your life. So much so to come to a point where I cannot trust anyone or don't rely on anyone. You know. So I have this independence but a lack of trust for others. And I realized that beyond independence was interdependence. So as I grew up, as I mingle with people, especially here in the fancy room as well, I learned that a man cannot live in an island. Yes, we must have a certain level of independence to be able to think for ourselves and do for ourselves, but we cannot work alone. So the independence part came for me at a young age, but interdependence part, as I learned along the way. And that will mean relying on others, also working with others with different types of styles that they work with, in different cultures. We got a few people in my department also now, from Ghana, from Syria, I don't know what next, you know. So yeah, being interdependent with people of different cultures, working with different styles, is something that I'm constantly learning. It's not easy for me because previously I'm not able to trust people often, whether the person can do the right job, whether I trust the person will take care, get the job done, or even for myself, can trust the person to keep a secret or something like that, share or something. So that I think is something that I've learned along the way now. To be independent first, then to be interdependent with others.
Right, thanks. Jason's sharing will always bring you to another insight that you will think deeper, alright? Be independent, and apart from being independent, you got to be interdependent as well. So you need a community, alright? So not just like you want to be break free, you want to do things on your own, but you need a community as well. I think so I will just leave this chit-chat to visit. Over the weekend, perhaps you can basically think through and challenge yourself. Is there anything that you want to break free from? Alright, you want to be independent, you want to break free from certain things, and then things that you want to move on to another level. Okay, looking forward to hear more from everyone next. Alright, thank you.
Alright.